If you're over 40 and you don't wake up as energetic as you used to, if your belly area is prone to fat accumulation, or if your motivation is low, the reason is often a natural decline in testosterone levels. But this decline isn't as simple as you might think. Although many men over 40 attribute their increased fatigue, weakness, and lack of motivation to aging, the real reason may be the silent decline of testosterone. In men, testosterone decreases by an average of 1% per year starting in their late 30s. While this may seem like an inevitable part of aging, there are actually many biological reasons behind it. So why does this happen? Today, I'll explain the biological changes that lower testosterone in men over 40 in the simplest terms possible. Before we begin, a quick reminder. If you enjoy content about men's health and longevity, I'd be thrilled if you subscribed to my channel and turned on notifications. That way, you won't miss any new videos. After the age of 40, many men don't feel as energetic as they used to. Muscle loss begins, belly fat accumulates, motivation drops. All of these have one thing in common, a gradual decrease in testosterone levels. But this decline is not inevitable. In fact, there are certain habits that rapidly decrease testosterone, and today we will address them one by one. Let's get started. 1. Irregular and insufficient sleep. Sleep is one of the most critical factors for testosterone. Men who sleep only 5 hours can experience a 10 to 15% drop in testosterone levels. The reason sleep is so important for testosterone is that the body produces most of its testosterone during sleep, especially during deep sleep. In short, no sleep, no testosterone. The male body does not peak in testosterone during the day, but between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. at night. Therefore, this does not occur without deep sleep. If your sleep is disrupted, testosterone production is also disrupted. Testosterone production is regulated by the pituitary gland. When you enter deep sleep, the brain increases LH hormone. This hormone sends a signal to the testes to produce testosterone. Less sleep equals fewer signals equals lower production. Not only the hours you sleep, but also how many hours you sleep are equally critical. When you don't get enough sleep, the stress hormone cortisol rises. Cortisol directly suppresses testosterone production. These two hormones are opposites. When one rises, the other falls. Another important detail is the quality of your sleep. You really need to get deep sleep. Without deep sleep, growth hormone decreases. Muscle repair is impaired. As muscle mass decreases, testosterone also drops. This is because muscle mass acts as a protector for testosterone. Sleep deprivation equals insulin resistance. Insulin resistance, in turn, means a drop in testosterone. This is why men over 40 experience both abdominal fat accumulation and a decrease in testosterone. 2. Excessive sugar consumption. Sugar rapidly raises blood sugar, temporarily suppresses testosterone. Belly fat in particular disrupts hormone balance in men. After eating something sugary, blood sugar rises rapidly and insulin increases. High insulin temporarily reduces testosterone production. Studies show that consuming 75 grams of sugar reduces testosterone by 20% for 2 hours. In men, belly fat works through the following mechanism. Fat tissue produces the aromatase enzyme. Aromatase converts testosterone into estrogen, so the more sugar, the more fat. The more fat, the more testosterone loss. That's why testosterone decreases as the belly grows. Constant sugar consumption leads to insulin resistance, a fatty liver, and metabolic syndrome. This situation slowly and permanently reduces male hormone production. Chronic sugar consumption in the body causes inflammation and oxidative stress. This disrupts the functioning of Leydig cells, which produce testosterone sugary foods. Cause fluctuations in blood sugar at night, making it difficult to achieve deep sleep. Without deep sleep, testosterone production cannot occur. 3. Sedentary lifestyle. A sedentary lifestyle creates a vicious cycle that rapidly lowers testosterone levels, especially in men over 40, because testosterone's main function is to build and maintain muscle. When muscles are not used, the body reduces testosterone production. It works on the logic that if there is no muscle, there is no need for testosterone. Inactivity increases fat around the abdomen and waist. Fat tissue in this area converts testosterone to estrogen via the aromatase enzyme, so testosterone decreases and estrogen increases. Sitting for long periods and not exercising triggers insulin resistance. This weakens the test's ability to produce testosterone. Inactivity slows blood flow. Poor circulation means less oxygen and nutrients, which translates to lower testosterone production. A sedentary lifestyle creates chronic stress in the body. High cortisol is one of several hormones that directly suppress testosterone. 4. Excessive stress. When the body is under stress, it produces large amounts of cortisol. When cortisol rises, testosterone production is automatically suppressed. This is because the body enters survival mode and begins to reduce reproductive hormones to conserve energy. Cortisol and testosterone are made from the same raw material, meaning both are produced from cholesterol. When stress increases, the body uses all the cholesterol to make cortisol, leaving none for testosterone. Long-term stress reduces the capacity of Leydig cells in the testes to produce testosterone. Stress prevents quality sleep. Yet 70% of testosterone is produced during deep sleep. With stress, when cortisol increases, abdominal fat accumulation accelerates. Fat tissue converts testosterone into estrogen. Testosterone decreases further. 5. Alcohol consumption. Why does alcohol lower testosterone? Because the liver prioritizes alcohol, hormone production slows down. The body sees alcohol as a toxin and begins to expend all its energy breaking it down. During this time, the processes necessary for testosterone production take a back seat. Alcohol, especially when consumed in high quantities, slows down the function of cells in the testicles that produce testosterone. This rapidly lowers hormone levels. Alcohol disrupts the nighttime sleep cycle, shortening the deep sleep phase when testosterone is produced most intensely. When alcohol overworks the liver, estrogen cannot be broken down. Estrogen rises in the male body. This further lowers testosterone. Although alcohol provides temporary relief, it increases stress hormones in the body. As cortisol rises, testosterone falls. In long-term heavy drinking, testicular shrinkage, atrophy may even be seen. This reduces hormone production to very low levels. 6. Low protein intake. The body needs certain amino acids to produce testosterone. When insufficient protein is consumed, these amino acids decrease and hormone production slows down. In addition, protein deficiency leads to muscle loss. As muscle mass decreases, the body naturally reduces testosterone production because it assumes that high testosterone is no longer needed. Protein deficiency causes cortisol to rise. In other words, when the body cannot obtain protein, metabolic stress increases. Cortisol rises and directly suppresses testosterone production. Blood sugar fluctuates, insulin increases, and testosterone is suppressed. Protein deficiency leads to a carbohydrate-heavy diet. This causes frequent spikes in blood sugar and increases insulin. High insulin levels are a significant factor in reducing testosterone production. When protein is low, appetite increases and fat accumulation accelerates. Fat tissue converts testosterone into estrogen, causing testosterone levels to drop further. 7. Lack of sunlight, vitamin D deficiency. Vitamin D directly supports testosterone production. Testosterone production occurs in the Leydig cells of the testicles. Vitamin D keeps these cells active. When deficient, production slows down and testosterone levels drop. Vitamin D deficiency reduces muscle mass. Muscle mass is both a target for testosterone and a factor that supports its production. Vitamin D deficiency causes muscle loss, which further lowers testosterone levels. Vitamin D deficiency increases inflammation in the body. Inflammation suppresses Leydig cells. Testosterone production decreases. Vitamin D deficiency lowers overall energy and motivation. Fatigue, tiredness, and low motivation indirectly reduce testosterone production. Therefore, testosterone decline occurs rapidly in people who do not get enough sun. Vitamin D deficiency is very common in men, especially during winter months and those living in closed environments. Therefore, testosterone decline accelerates in men over 40. 8. Testosterone deficiency In this video, we discussed 7 common mistakes that lower testosterone in men over 40 and ways to fix them. Testosterone decline is natural with age, but what actually determines its rate is your daily habits. When you start correcting these 7 mistakes, your energy increases, your belly fat decreases, muscle strength recovers, focus and motivation increase. If you liked my video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, leave a comment, and turn on all notifications to stay updated on new videos. Thank you for watching. Stay healthy.